Good evening. This is the special coverage of the coronavirus crisis using the combined forces of News 5 and Signal TV's 1 News, Radyo 5 and 1PH. LGUs in Metro Manila have yet to finish the distribution of the government's cash aid, deadline for which is today. We have on the line Interior Undersecretary Martin Dino to talk to us about how things will likely go from here. Good evening, Yusek Dino. Sir.
Hi, good evening, Jess.
So we're just
Good evening.
hours away before the deadline lapses, and even earlier, as early as this afternoon, we're still hearing stories and reports of LGUs, barangays especially, still having a hard time, distributing etong cash aid nga ng government. So question now is this deadline set in stone, or are we looking at the possibility of extending it once again?
Up to this time and up to this date, wala pang ina-announce si Secretary Anyo na extension. Kaya't kung sinabi na deadline ngayon, yung mga hindi pa nakano, I think they have to explain kung bakit hindi nila natapos.
So, explanation, yun lang yung hihingi natin from the LGUs na hindi makaka-comply or at least hindi aabot doon sa deadline? Or what other sanctions are we looking at? At the same time, for those beneficiaries naman, what should they expect, especially doon sa mga hindi maaabutan?
Definitely, aabot sa kanila yan. Kaya lang siyempre, magkakaroon ng sanction, di ba? Para dun sa mga hindi nakapag-comply. Yun naman ang sabi ni Secretary, para hindi na maulit ito. Kasi unang-una, ang magsasuffer kasi, pag hindi mo natapos agad yung distribution ng ayuda yung sa beneficiary, paano yung second tranche? Hindi madidelay na naman dahil ililiquidate pa yan eh. So hanggang hindi maliliquidate yung first tranche, hindi makakakuha ng second tranche. At sino itong mga nasa second tranche? Ito yung mga hindi nabigyan dito sa first tranche. Ang tagal na nilang nagutom. Ang tagal ng kailangan ng mga tao na to, yung ayuda ng gobyerno. So, ito yung senaryo dyan sa nangyayaring sub-distribution.
Yusek Dino, can you enlighten us a bit some more here? What sanction exactly are we looking at?
Siyempre, yan, may suspension or kung ano man yung may ibibigay na makikita according to yung bayanihan na Tuhilas Act, Tuhilas 1 Act, dun sa ano, no? So may mga provision kasi dyan. Kaya lang siyempre, the first and foremost sanction siguro dyan, siyempre yung nagsasuffer ngayon yung constituent nila. Just imagine, as early as April 3, na-distribute na to, no? At siyempre maraming investigation ang mangyayari dito. Actually, ang Senate ay nagpapatawag na ng investigation in this regard kung bakit tumagal ng ganyan, more than a month. Samantalang pinastrack nila. If you remember, I think within 2 days, ay naipasa ng Kongreso at ng Senado itong Republic Act 1146-9 na kung saan napondohan agad yan. And as early as April 3 ay na-download na from DBM down to DSWD. And ang DSWD na i-download nila sa cities and municipalities. Ito yung mga mayors. Kaya lang ang naging problem dito is doon nagtagal ang pondo sa Office of the City Mayor, yung Treasurer's Office nila. Kasi nandun yung listahan. Actually, yung listahan ng 2015 ay nandun sa local Social Welfare Office. So, I hope na maayos ngayon to dahil I was invited by DSWD at in-invite ang mga barangay captain, how can we help? Sa totoo lang, kung yan ay na-download din from the city down to barangay, baka in 3 days time na-distribute namin yan. Baka kung dumating ang pera ng April 3, baka as early as 1 week na-distribute agad. Kasi pati validation Siyempre, ang sinong pwedeng mag-validate niyan? Hindi naman DSWD ang mag-validate niyan. Sa barangay din. At ang maganda dito, may mga tauhan kami sa barangay. Habang lumalaki ang barangay mo, dumadami ang empleyado mo, dumadami ang tauhan mo sa barangay level. Kaya kamukha niyan, pati sa check and balance, kung merong magluloko na barangay captain dyan, barangay official, meron namang accountability yan at pwede naman nating parusahan yan kung sino man ang gagawa ng kalokohan dyan. Look what is happening right now. Kahit isolated yung case, nakita mo naman dahil sa power ng Facebook, ng ano ngayon na nahahadlangan natin yung mga gustong gumawa ng mga corruption o yung panghihingi dito sa social amelioration program ng gobyerno. Ayan yun.
It goes without saying as well, Yusek Dino, yung distribution natin ng SAP payout replete with challenges here. For one, kanina we're hearing stories here in terms of the distribution. Sobra no, hindi na-observe yung social distancing. So how do you balance yung lack noong manpower to actually conduct yung house-to-house distribution ng SAP payout compared doon sa mass distribution na ginagawa ng ilang barangays ngayon since they are short in terms of manpower. So how do you try to balance that?
You're very correct na look, nung nag-distribute ng pagkain, no, ng food packs, hindi ba nagawa ng barangay na house to house? Ngayon, ang sabi ko nga may manpower ang ating mga barangay. Kahit na malaki, let's say, for example, Barangay Commonwealth. Alam ba kung ilan ang tauhan ng Barangay Commonwealth? More or less, nasa 1,000. Down to street leader, meron tao yan. Ang nangyari kasi dyan sa Quezon City, ang nagdi-distribute ng ayuda o yung benefit ay ang City Treasurer's Office. Gaano kadami ang tao ng City Treasurers ng Quezon City? We have 142 barangay. Kaya nga yan, kung lang talagang pinagkatiwalaan ng barangay, ako masasabi ko nga in 1 week time, distributed na yan. Kasi nga, dito, sanay na sanay kami dyan. Ilang bagyo na ba meron? Relief distribution, tapos ilang eleksyon ang meron. Kaya sabi ko, sa barangay, we know kung sino-sino yan. At saka yung record na 2015, alam na namin kung sino yung mga tao dyan. At siyempre, meron tayong record ng 2016. Ito yung mga naiwan. Kaya nga, si Presidente naglagay na naman ng 5 million family. Kaya nga yung 2016, 2017, 18, 19, 20. Ayan, pwede nang identify ng barangayan dahil almost everyday bukas ang barangay hall. Bakit bukas? Diyan ka kukuha ng certificate of indigency, diyan ka mag-a-apply ng senior citizen, diyan ka mag-a-apply ng kung mag-a-abroad kang OFW, kung ikaw yung mag-a-apply ng TODA, mga tricycle boy, jeepney driver, pag mag-a-apply ka ng trabaho, na pag single parent ka, kaya intact ang record namin sa kada barangay, sa 42,000 barangay sa buong Pilipinas. Yan ay pinaghahandaan na nga namin yan para magkaroon kami ng database dun sa inhabitat and for preparation for the national ID system. Kaya kaya ng barangayan. Yun lang. I hope na this time, itong second tranche, ipagkatiwala nila sa barangay para wag nang magkatagal-tagal yan.
And since you already mentioned it, Yusek Dino, the second tranche of the SAP payout, question now is, do you already have a decision on whether areas under the GCQ, or at least under GCQ, will be excluded from the second tranche?
Definitely. The recommendation of the 16 cities and 1 municipality here in Metro Manila, they will be included because they are asking for another 2 weeks extension for enhanced community quarantine. Kaya actually may recommendation na dito na 2, pero sabi nila kung ano daw ang desisyon ng nakakarami na mayor ng Metro Manila, yun ang i-recommend nila. Dahil they will consider that Metro Manila is as one decision. So, kaya sigurado yan, magkakaroon ng second tranche dito sa Metro Manila. At saka naman sa mga karatig bayan ng kamukha ng Region 3, I think in Region 3, marami din dyan na gusto nila na tuloy pa rin. Na itong, dahil ang Aurora lang ang exempted yan. And other region, no? Kasi nga, they want to be sure na talagang safe na ang kanilang community. Ayaw nilang magkaroon yung yung balik nung COVID-19. So ayan 'yon yung ating yung ating nakikita dito na senaryo na talagang definitely magkakaroon ng second tranche.
All right, thank you very much for your time, DILG Undersecretary Martin Dino. The Quezon City Police District headquarters in Camp Karingal is now under a 3-day lockdown after several personnel tested positive for COVID-19. At least 13 police officers tested positive for the virus. Last month, some 200 QCPD personnel underwent swab tests in Camp Karingal. Disinfection and misting procedures were conducted inside the camp. Police officers from other stations will also be prohibited from entering the premises without a clearance pass from the QCPD. The headquarters will also stop accommodating newly arrested suspects for the meantime. Stricter measures have been implemented for vehicles going in and out of the compound. A senior official of the International Olympic Committee says the delayed Tokyo Olympics could end up being the greatest games ever. IOC's head of inspectorate, John Coates, says with more time to prepare, the 2021 Tokyo Olympics could surpass the 2000 Sydney Games, which was once hailed the best Olympics Games ever by the committee. Coates cites the success of the 1948 Summer Games that followed the two world wars of the 20th century. He says the COVID-19 pandemic might have the same effect. The Tokyo Olympics was postponed for a year to 2021 due to the health crisis. And that's the latest on the enhanced and expanded community quarantine. For more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. I'm Jess De Los Santos. We are One News.